Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
In the year almost 22, how a human's phone could sound like this, unless you were calling from a nuclear power plant. I don't understand it, but he's on line 3. What's the plan for today, Thomas? What are you going to do, man?
I'm preparing for a heat up, rain, and hopefully none of that water gets inside.
Oh, okay. So you're preparing to make sure that your residence doesn't get flooded with the impending drizzle.
Yes.
All right, and you're going to spend the entire day doing that.
Probably.
All right. Well, at least you got a plan.
Okay, well, I'll have to harass you later on the next contest.
Yeah, can't wait.
Okay. Love you later. Bye-bye.
That's new. That was his birthday phone. He just had his birthday.
If every person that called here had that buzz and I could hear myself later in their phone, I would quit today. I would have to quit. I couldn't do it.
And nobody else says that to him? Like, just us? Is it just us?
Do you think we're the only people he calls every day?
I think so.
Do you wear that as a badge of honor, or is that pretty sad?
I just sit here and just soak it all in. Not much I can do about it.
All right, now our friend Kat here believes that just by simply knowing your first name, she can tell you what you do for a living.
How do you not say it with such confidence? I mean, I've proven time and time again I've never been wrong.
It's very weird to see this happen, too. Like, I feel there's some kind of trickery. Like, these are all your cousins calling in or something like that.
New.
It always starts with your first name, so you want to drop it on us?
Rhea.
Rhea. All right, can you spell that real quick just to make sure we get an accurate reading here?
R-H-E-A.
Now, is that your birth name, or is that, was it something else?
Nope, that's my birth
Okay,
name.
there it is, Kat. Rhea is on line 1, and she's first through today. What do you think she does for a living?
Rhea, these different names like this sometimes throw me, but still, I always get them right. Rhea, you work with property management?
Yep.
Oh, really? Okay, so you, what part of property management do you do?
I am a leasing agent. I move them in. I qualify them to move them in.
Okay, so you're like the one that they like to see. What about the person that has to collect the money? My sister did that in Minneapolis, and that was a tough job, man.
Yeah, very.
All right, how long have you been doing this?
9 years.
Is it kind of rewarding to be able to see somebody that is a good person get another chance or get a good chance at finding a really cool home, and then you're all about like, hey, yeah, I helped this person get a big chunk of their life taken care of?
Yeah.
I'm always a fan of this part of the show. If you call us, and you got time for one more real quick, is that how far your mental capacity is today?
Yeah. Sometimes I can go up to 4 people, but I'm getting kind of tired.
You look tired. You look worn out. You look really, really tired today.
That's awesome.
Basically, Kat believes she can tell you what you do for a living just by knowing your first name. And I've yet to be able to figure this out. So if you want to put it to the test, let's take one more here real quick. What's your name, sir?
It's Jonathan Ackerman.
Jonathan. Who even gave the last name here, Kat. So what are you feeling from Jonathan? And by the way, Jonathan, you don't know Kat. There's no way she could know what you do for a living, is there? Nope. Okay, Kat, what are you feeling from Jonathan here?
Jonathan. But they do call you John, right?
Sometimes.
Okay, that's what I'm getting more.
And sometimes not too, I bet, huh?
Most of the time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You don't have a job, you stay at home?
Yep.
Oh, wow. So like a stay-at-home dad.
Tried to trip me up.
Yep.
I see.
How many kiddos, Jonathan?
I have 2.
2, all right. How old?
One is just turned 5, and the other one's turning 2.
Does it just make you angry when she comes home and asks you, what did you do all day?
Sometimes.
Yeah. And what's the plan for today? You got anything fun on the schedule, or are you just going to kind of wing it after cartoons are over?
I'm actually dropping off my daughter at preschool right now.
Oh, all right. So she's going to go learn. You're going to go back home with the youngin' and maybe catch a quick nap or what?
Is the house spotless?
Sometimes. No.
Why not?
Whoa!
I would expect that from women.
My man here is a stay-at-home dad. He's working on the children, not the cleanliness, right?
I've been slacking because I am sick.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Oh, so you're sick. You're not just always.
You got a mulligan.
Yeah. All right.
But I truly feel if you are a spouse and you stay at home, like that house needs to be clean.
Oofda.
To be honest with you.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and you agree.
I know.
Radio Paparazzi.
So when you have somebody on your arm like Zendaya, I mean, she's a tall, svelte palm tree. She's beautiful. She's just, she's a supermodel. And you, play a superhero on screen, but you still have to hold your gas in.
And he's slamming into walls on that one?
No, not really. No, it was actually... I farted.
No one did you?
Yeah, I farted on me, unfortunately, yeah. It's tough. The suit's tight. The harness squeezes
It squeezes your intestines.
Just the deadpan delivery of it. I farted. Yes, I farted on Zendaya. Mariah Carey, she is like... really immersed herself in this McDonald's situation. Now she is singing the Big Mac song.
Duet this one, darling. 2 beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Here's what I want. I want to see Mariah Carey walk into a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Order a Big Mac. Throw down a $10 bill. Keep the change on Mariah Carey. And eat it. That's what I want to see. I want to see her actually eat one of these things, and then I'm in.
I want to have a ba-da-ba-ba-ba off. I want people to call in and see if they can do it better than me. I feel like I can do it really well. So if you want to challenge me throughout the morning, you call in with your ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Give us your best one.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
One more time.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I don't know. I could probably beat you if you call in. All right. Adele is talking about how since the pandemic started, she learned one thing about herself.
I've loved being here. I'm very calm.
The past year has been challenging.
It has.
Has there been one thing you've learned during this time?
Just how much of a homebody I am, and I probably would never leave my house if I didn't need to.
Jeez.
Blowing out their candle today, we have Miss Tori Kelly, and I have to look at the IMDb. I don't know if she's part of the new Sing 2, which we're going to. It comes out on Christmas, and there's not a lot of promotion for this movie. It's an amazing franchise, so I'm going to take Liam to go see it, and she would be cool to have in it. All right, she's 29, rapper Offset is 30, and Vanessa Hudgens is only 33.
I want to play this for you real quick. They're calling it Christmas Carols from Hell. Can you name this Christmassy singer?
Come, they told me.
William Hung.
William Hung, yeah.
I know that man from
boy.
anywhere.
A newborn king to see.
This guy, he's a good dude.
Our finest gifts we bring.
I wonder if he did this for hot dogs.
He did basically.
To lay before the king.
William Hung. William Hung. And my favorite thing about that guy is that when he was here with the Rocks and the River Bats, dude brings his dad. They were loving the American baseball culture.
Yep.
And he loved just getting the Rock swag and the River Bat swag, and literally was willing to stick around for just a couple more beef hot dogs.
I know. He said, I'll do it for a couple of hot dogs. 2 for me, 2 for my dad.
And he took pictures and signed autographs for everybody.
He was very nice.
Just a good dude.
This would be the first thing that you would say to me if your neighbor mailed you a Christmas card. They are the loveliest people. I enjoy them very much. But I'm like, why did you spend money on postage, have it sent to the post office, then they had to sort it, and literally bring it back 20 feet?
It's like a quarter. Who cares?
What? I just think it is like one of the biggest facepalm things I've ever heard or seen done in my life. Like, I yelled, thank you, beautiful card, and they heard me because I was that close. So I want facepalm moments.
Mine happened last. We do Wednesday night church because of athletics and stuff like that. And our church got decimated by illness over about the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So when you look around, there's like 30 of us in church.
Normally.
Like, it's packed. There's 150 people sometimes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we go up to take communion. And in our church, we do it by intinction, it's called. So you get the wafer, and then you dip it in the chalice, whether you want wine or grape juice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got the wafer and went over and dipped it in the wine and jammed it right into my face mask.
Oh, nice. Can you take other people's wafers?
No, it's not a buffet. You can't have anyone's leftovers.
Why? You really want, it's the body of Christ. You really want half of his body left over? I would say, I'll take my whole pew. I'll take the pew that's left of nobody here, and I'll take theirs.
Not the way it works, but
I don't mind the taste of those things too, by the way. I don't mind.
There's not a taste.
I know. I think that's what, there's like that aftertaste, that sits on the back of your tongue after it just like evaporates in your mouth.
That's Jesus.
Dissolves.
Just on the back of your mouth. But I jammed it into my face mask. And the kid, we have some of the youth that help with communion.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me like, you stupid idiot. And I got back to the pew and I just face palmed.
Yesterday I had to bus back to Liam's school, so I found the dress for my mother-in-law for the wedding.
Oh, the one with the
cape.
And
then the one with the cape. And then I'm like, I got to get going. I have to get gas or I'm not going to make it to Liam's school. So I go to the gas station. I'm just in cruise control. I'm not paying attention. I pull up to the side the arrow's not pointing on. And then I'm like, I get out and I go around and I'm like, oh. So I get in my car. I pull around. I do a big U to the other flipping side of my car that is the same side that I just looked at and said wrong side. I write that wrong. I go inside to pay, and then I get the ultimate car wash. And she's like, okay, here's your code. I'm like, sounds good.
Oh,
throw it away. On my walk out, like literally a half a second after she told me, I get in the line, waited a couple of minutes, and then I go up to... Put the thing in, I'm like, where is it?
Are there people behind you?
Yes.
Oh.
So I had to do the I wasn't going to use my debit card again.
Oh, I
didn't want to use it.
Back out?
Like,
did you at least go back in and get your code?
No, I had to leave. I had to go get Liam. I had 13 minutes to get to his school.
You're a menace to society.
I was a mess. I was just like over and over again, a mess. So everyone was weighing in on this question. It was on Facebook, and it was, what door would you pick? The red door would allow you to go back in time and fix all your mistakes, the ones that kind of keep you up at night or you think about a lot, and you're like, ugh, I could have handled that situation differently, and life could be better for somebody or even yourself. The other door is blue, and behind that, you go in and you receive $10 million. So could you right your wrongs with that money? Some people saying yes. I would be one of those.
So you would take money door, blue door.
Essentially, yeah. Because the person that, or I would say the people that I hurt have moved on. They have families. I stalk them on Facebook. They look great. They're smiling in pictures. They're going on vacations. They're fine. But as far as mistakes, it would be like all the cheating I did on my boyfriends. It was not right to mess with people's hearts.
I think the mistakes you make you the person you are today. And even though some of them are regrettable, they're all life lessons.
So if I were to go back and right those wrongs, I could be with one of those people. I wouldn't have my baby boy.
Maybe you'd have...
And I wouldn't have my husband.
Much better life, though, right now. Maybe
and you wouldn't have a kick-butt morning show.
Well, I could have somebody
partner. Better. I don't think so.
Is that possible?
So I'm going to go with blue door.
Me too.
I want 10 mil.
I think $10 million gives you a chance to... You can't right those wrongs, but you can do a lot of good work with that $10 million. You know what I mean? You can be comfortable and you can make a lot of people's lives a little bit better. I think you could do that. So let's talk to Dave real quick. Dave, blue door means you get $10 million today. Red door, you're going to go back and you automatically have all of your mistakes fixed. What are you going to go with?
I'm going with the red door.
So what are some of the mistakes that you regret? Or is there just one?
So, I mean, obviously there's a lot.
Yeah.
But the big one is my mom. She was diabetic, and I lived here. She lived in Seattle. And when I would call and talk to her, it was, how you doing? Just the general, questions, and I never really got involved in her health.
Yeah.
I knew she was sick, but I was heard that she was doing okay. Well, come to find out, she was rationing her insulin, which you can't do. So knowing that after the fact, after she passed away, I would choose the red door. I would go back. I would have asked the questions because I could have afforded to buy her insulin for her.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know she could afford it. You know, money comes and goes. I don't care about the money. But if I could go back and do it all over again, I would save her life. I would have gotten more involved. I would have done what I could to make sure that she was taken care of better, even though I'm, 1,300 miles away.
Yeah, I think that's so disgusting that people are faced with that as the only option, to ration your insulin so you stay alive. I mean, it hurts my heart.
So my son is a type 1 diabetic, and I saw a stat that said I think insulin is the 4th most expensive liquid on our planet right now.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Terrible.
So, now do you struggle with this? I mean, you sound like, you got yourself together, but is this a constant regret for you? I mean, does it wear on you every night?
No, it's only around Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to let you know I'm a mom, and I bet she hid it from you because she didn't want you to worry and she didn't want your money. It might have been a prideful mother thing, or she didn't want you to worry in that sense. I bet you that. That's
exactly. She was a very prideful woman.
Yeah.
I mean, not prideful, but pride in knowing that she could take care of herself, do things on her own.
Yeah.
And I know. I just, this time of year is tough because it was her favorite time of year. And
how long ago did she pass, Dave?
It was 2009. It's been quite a while.
Nah, it doesn't necessarily mean it's not any more impactful. So. What's one thing you've Googled over the last 24 hours that's festively related?
Oh, festively related?
Mr. Rogers naked every morning in here is getting old, by the way.
Probably how to make a festive-looking crust top for my baked brie.
Well played.
Thank you. I also Googled how to have a healthy tongue.
A healthy tongue?
Yeah.
You ever had one of those tongue scrapers?
Yeah, but I just bought some new mouthwash, and I think it's really going to do wonders. I brush the back of my tongue, it looks crazy. It's a crazy show in the morning, but...
Right, thanks. You don't have to replay it right now. There's people actually watching up there. So some of the biggest searches right now are funny white elephant gifts, ugly Christmas sweaters, gift ideas for coworkers. Those are all reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Here's the one I have a problem with, and here's where I'm drawing a line. I want you to turn your radio off and never listen to this radio station again if you have searched for and purchased reindeer antlers for your car.
Oh, man.
I want you to stay away from me. I don't discriminate against any humans except for people that put reindeer antlers on your car.
I couldn't agree with you more. Or the lashes, the eyelashes. We gave those away, actually, on the radio. We gave away
I don't mind those. Those are funny. But if you put reindeer antlers on your car, I want you to move and never listen again.
They're the same people that are that bleed purple, and they'll have the horns that go up in the window.
That's funny because, listen, you're a glutton for punishment. The reindeer antlers say something special to me about how I can't befriend you. And I look at every human that I see and go, I could be your friend, but I can't. If you and I decide we're going to meet for lunch somewhere and you pull up in a vehicle and you have reindeer antlers on your car, I'm leaving. I'm going to go.
But isn't that what you've always wanted? You've wanted a hardcore physical sign of the people that you should and should not be friends with. Sometimes I'm I wish there was an arrow that only I could see that would point out the certain people in my life that maybe I should avoid, or the ones that just talked crap about me that day. Or
this is the way God's talking to me. God, in my prayers one night, came down from heaven and looked me straight in the mug and said, JJ, all the people that have reindeer antlers on their vehicle, I want you to send out a message. I want you to use the power of the airwaves and let them know that I, your God, doesn't love these people anymore, and I won't. And if the end of the world comes, they're going to hell. I feel like I've been used as a messenger by the Lord to let you know that if you have reindeer antlers on your car, you're not going to survive.
Would you really bring those to the pearly gates, though? You have your reindeer.
God knows.
Your car.
He knows you had them on your car.
Accessories.
He knows you had them on your car.
Matthew Forsberg texted, I hope your Secret Santa is listening. I do too, Matthew.
Radio Paparazzi.
Man, the things I consider. All right, so Britney Spears, if you remember, I watched this the night it aired, Diane Sawyer interviewing in 2003 Britney Spears, and Britney posted on her Instagram and then deleted it right away, where she was criticizing Diane for just being really harsh.
Weird. Hello.
She made her cry.
Oh my goodness. Hello. Ew. Strong Britney. Yeah, it was a weird.
The stories about buying $100,000 of sportswear.
No, I'm not like that at all. No.
Is it an addiction?
Is it an addiction? No, I don't think I think it's an addiction. I think it does put me, it makes me happy.
During that interview, they did not, prep her. They did not get professional makeup and hair artists in. They wanted her to look a certain way. So
worked.
Yeah, it did. It was not favorable for her. All right, Kim Kardashian, I object. This is exciting news for her. Ooh, I feel like I'm on Law and Order. But she went to her socials and announced that she passed the baby bar. So she had failed it 3 times in 2 years and just kept going back to the books. And she's dedicated.
Listen, as much as you think,
to make
whatever
this
you
happen.
think about her being a socialite and getting her start by having a naughty tape and everything like that, it takes a tremendous amount of intelligence and studying to start becoming a licensed attorney.
Yeah, so the next stop is the actual bar exam. And I don't think anybody in that field is dumb enough to make it just happen for her. You know, you don't want to get caught up in that. Plus, those kind of cerebral people are like Kardashians.
Well, they got
what
some
trash.
pride in it. There's I don't think anyone's going to just help her.
Yeah, I think that is good news
Good
for her. Okay, so the Golden Globe nominees, they were announced, and they let Snoop Dogg do it. But
everybody else was busy.
Sadly, they did not prep him on some of the foreign names.
Best Director, Motion Picture, Dennis Villeneuve, Dune.
How's this supposed to go?
Denis Villeneuve, not Dennis Villeneuve.
All right, then it gets better, guys.
Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in Any Motion Picture, Ben Affleck.
What?
Ben Affleck. My fault. Sorry about that, Ben.
They just made a mockery of the whole thing. I'm
Ben
sure
Affleck.
actors that have worked their whole life just face palm. Blowing out their candles today, we have Tori Kelly turning 29, rapper Offset
She
is
also
30,
told me what
and Vanessa
guys
Hudgens
have to do for
is
honey
33.
buns in the joint.
I feel like you knew that already.
I knew that if you got honey buns from the money that you put in after
On your
watching the
books.
60 Days In, that you could trade it for other stuff like a shiv. I didn't know you could trade it for.
Don't trade it for shivs. You make your own shivs and you hide it in the light fixtures is what you do.
You got to stop watching this. You're corrupt already.
I watched too many episodes. I started feeling like I was one of the prisoners.
Now, would you find yourself doing the same thing with other girls for honey buns if you were stuck in that situation?
Mm-hmm.
You're really thinking about it.
Maybe a Nutter Butter.
Now, are you giving or receiving the Nutter Butter? I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, I can't either. Grab this Cheryl Hines audio, would ya? She was talking with Rachel Ray about, she's on Curb Your Enthusiasm, one of my favorite shows. Derek and I watch it. We're on season 11, and he's always very disturbed when I say that I think Larry David is one of the hottest guys.
Would you call him a person that is sexy or not?
Well,
Talking about Larry David here?
you know, he's very funny and he's smart and he's very clean. So that's pretty sexy.
How dare you?
Moving in on my man.
If you don't know who Larry David is, you can go ahead and check out our KCLD Facebook page, my story.
Larry David gives guys like me hope.
Snapchat. I don't know what it is about him. He does this side smirk. Plus, he's just brilliant and he's so funny.
Very funny.
So I'm going to say, if I had to choose somebody that not a lot of people would agree with me is sexy, it would be him.
Larry David's your weird hot, huh?
He's my weird hot. Who's your weird hot?
Phoebe Buffet.
Lisa Kudrow's not
Lisa
ugly or
Kudrow's weird hot, though. She's awkward as, you know.
Slinky.
I couldn't
right?
imagine even trying to hold a conversation with her.
Yeah.
She's weird hot.
Yeah, she's good looking.
Especially when you thought that, on Friends, she might have had a twin there for a second.
Yeah. My mother-in-law had a little crush on who's the main guy on Big Bang Theory? The tall, skinny guy? Sheldon? Whoever plays Sheldon.
Really?
She thinks he is like the best looking person ever.
I can't even remember his name right now.
I can't agree with that one. Jim Parsons.
Parsons, that's it.
So who is your weird hot? I'm going to get my Costco membership tomorrow.
Now, you let it expire just because we got a copy of the picture. And
but
then
I'm getting all done up tomorrow.
I can't believe you're going to go out of your way
makeup
to get your hair and makeup done so that you can get a Costco membership.
I am. I'm getting my eyebrows done today, and I'm getting a quick trim, and I'm going to get a blowout, and I'm ready.
Let me ask.
I can't go through that again. It was so traumatic. It made me so upset.
Do you have to have, if you get a family membership, why wouldn't you just have Derek go in and take his picture for a card and then use that card?
I should. It was, and now I have to deal with my passport. Did he tell you about my passport?
What happened to your
picture?
passport?
I can't even tell you. I can't let you get your hands on this picture. Derek goes, whoosh, oh, geesh. Do not text him. Put your phone down.
Hey, Siri, call Derek Lee.
He's going to think something is.
Hello?
Hey, don't swear. We're live on the air. What's wrong? You got to give me, can you send me a quick picture of Kat's passport?
I will kill you.
I don't even know where it is.
Go find it, and you got to get this to me. Otherwise, we can't ever be friends again. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love you. See you. Bye.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. He rolled over on you so fast. He folded like Superman on laundry day. Don't start texting him. Don't do it because he's gonna do it now. He's my boy.
I mean, it's so bad.
How bad can it be?
Worse than Costco. It's worse.
I don't think you can go back and retake this.
No, I'm done. I'm done for 10 years.
You're done traveling for 10 years? You're not even going to pull it out?
Nope.
I will make it my only sole purpose to be behind you
in
the security line. And then to get that guy's reaction every time you go through TSA now. How bad can it really be?
Man.
Wow.
I mean, Derek couldn't even look at it.
For somebody who prides themselves in their appearance, how did you go in looking like that then?
It was like, I had to hustle. I don't know. And I was tired and I had a hat on. So you know how I travel all the time with hats on? It'll be fine. But I have that line right here because my hat was too tight. Oh, God.
See, those pictures are always easy for me. Costco, passports, because I'm just fugly to begin with. And so it's okay.
He goes, should I send it to him? I go, I don't care. And then he goes, are you sure?
He knows the problems that could ensue, but he's my boy, so he's going to send it to me.
So weird.
Weird stuff. Everybody called me weird. I am weird.
You don't think this is a little weird?
No, I don't think it's weird at all.
Weird news.
Normally, when it comes to something as important as traffic signs and road signs, there should be like a checks and balances. Like there should be a few people that lay their eyes on certain things, like a sign that is misspelled.
DelDOT says it was made aware of the contractor's major mistake. The sign has been covered while the agency awaits the corrected version. I think they need a new contractor.
Or a speak and spell.
Or a first grader.
How many people looked at this before this went into play?
Delaware Avenue was spelled DELWARE. Even while you're putting it up, you're obviously from Delaware. You're like, yo, where's Delaware?
You ever see the videos of these guys misspelling like walk and stuff like that on the street when they're doing street painting?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a thing too, man. Like people will put or like pedestrian Xing or stuff like that where they'll screw up the letter. They're just getting a vibe.
You had one job, and that is what's weird.
This game is called And Scene. Kat, in all her self-righteousness, believes that she's the world's greatest thespian. Therefore, even when I ask to be part of this bit, she says,
no, thank you.
So first we got to find out if you want to reach behind you and spin the wheel, what it's going to land on here.
There we go.
Phone a little closer. There you go. What type of movie are we acting from today? Ooh, okay. All right. So this is one of the special categories on the wheel. It's kids animated film. All right, so it's an animated film for kids. As you open up the envelope, there's a script in there. I want you to familiarize yourself with that script. And when I say action, you and you alone will act from this movie.
Why are you talking so slow?
Because I hate that I can't be part of this. It really bothers me.
Well, then take a roll. Let's see how well you do.
I don't want to get hit again. All right, and action.
Hang on. We like to go fast. I like fast. Whoa. Get your feet down. This is fresh lacquer. Seriously. Were you raised in a barn? You know, I was raised in a castle. So tell me, what made the queen go all ice crazy? And scene.
I knew it now by the end of it.
Good.
Cody, you're first through. What movie is it?
Frozen.
Nice job.
Hey.
How many times have you seen this movie, sir?
So I've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Okay.
So more than 40.
Look at,
right.
And you never thought it would pay off, did you?
No.
All right, so I'm going to go down and see my dad tomorrow afternoon. And I am excited, yet I'm always just kind of like weary of his next experiment because my whole life he has developed these contraptions to help make people's lives easier. Like he made a machine to help put our socks on, which is why I'm so lazy and I make Derek put my socks on because I've just been spoiled. We had a dog and the dog would pull this bone on the door. And the door would open. He would run out,
pretty smart.
Pull the bone on the mailbox. The mail would drop down and get the mail.
That's pretty cool.
And run it. I showed you that video, right?
It's a little hard to see because it's pretty grainy.
It is old. But now he wants me to go down and see the latest. But I still have a little PTSD from the last one that we experienced, his last experiment. So I had this hot guy, our neighbor, and his brother. They were messing around one day. And my dad had this experiment contraption that had a laser on it. And what happened was they were playing baseball next door, hit the baseball into the attic window, and it moved the laser, and it shrunk us all. Like, it was so crazy. And I've never experienced anything like that. Of course, I was just so frightened. The dog was 20,000 times the size of us.
Right.
And we had to somehow find our way to my dad. And then one day he comes into the attic and he's like sweeping up stuff. We end up in the dustpan. And I'm like, this is crazy. We're going to die.
Yeah.
And then we end up in the far back of the backyard where the garbage is. He throws us away.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good.
Good. Why are you calling?
Kat's telling the story of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
There it is. Yes.
Maybe.
You understand the rules. If you ever hear Kat take a movie and try and turn it into her life, you call, you win some swag. It's kind of an insider thing with the Playhouse. What's your name?
James.
James, what do you got going on today that you were so readily available to call when you hear her turn into her life
What
into
part
Rick
was so
Moranis'?
unbelievable, by the way?
How about your Monday? What'd you do? Anything fun?
It was good. Went to Rush Boutique and then went to Macy's in the hunt to try to find my mother-in-law her dress for the wedding. So my brother-in-law is getting married.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I've told you a couple of times.
Your brother-in-law. Oh, Dusty. Yeah.
And so he's getting married in March, and we found her one. It has a cape. She did not stop spinning in the fitting room.
She's a super.
She was like, oh my God, can you imagine what this is going to look like when I dance? I said, yes, it's going to look pretty phenomenal. So we found her dress, and then I went to pick up Liam. Then we had basketball till late. But listen to this. So I'm standing there with one of the guys as a coach, Josh Lefebvre. I'll call him out because he goes like this. You look pretty tired today. I go, you look pretty old today.
Wow.
Like who says that to a woman, you know? Then I get home. Of course, I'm all paranoid. Ask Derek. He goes, no, you're beautiful. You're beautiful like you are every day. I go, now I know you're lying. But did I look tired yesterday?
Not yesterday. Today more.
Yeah, today I feel it.
I got 2.5 hours sleep last night.
Really?
These late night hockey practices are killing your boy.
What time did you get home?
About 10.
Okay.
Shut down about 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
Up at 2:15.
Okay. I don't know if you'd have to get up at 2:15. I don't know if you have to do that.
Well, Kat,
I don't know.
My house is falling apart. I'm spending a good 2 hours a day doing home repairs on things and then finding out that, the people that live in my house, are shoving close to 70 pounds of wet blankets into
The
the
dryer.
dryer at
Oh,
a time.
no.
So figuring that that's going to burn out. And then the new water pump that the company came out and installed in my basement doesn't work. So I don't have any heat in my basement floors.
Oh, my
So,
God.
just kind of trying to maintain right about now.
Okay, just get
into,
through the day.
Getting into maintenance mode right about now.
You know what? I don't have any time for a nap today. Going to meet Grandma and Grandpa at Old Brick House for lunch.
it.
Having Scotch eggs.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so it's a hard-boiled egg wrapped in seasoned meat,
Whoa.
deep fried with a side of their special mustard sauce. Do you feel like that sounds good?
I think that would be okay.
I didn't think it sounded good. Then I saw him order it last time, my grandfather.
It's old
and
person food, right?
It was in my mind. Then I tried some. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to get some next time. So it's
let me
going to
get
be a
this right.
bad night for somebody.
Let's do it. Time for Christmas Quickies is what I call this game.
Married.
Kelly was first through. Morning, Kelly. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What are you up to right now?
I am driving my son to daycare.
Okay. We also say hi to Sunny. How's Sunny doing?
He's perfect. How are you?
Well, perfect is a great answer.
I love
Thank
that
you.
answer.
We're doing well. I appreciate you guys joining the show this morning. Here's how this is going to work. I got all of these Christmassy, swaggy kind of things that we want to give you. We're going to call the game Christmas Quickies. And here's what I'm going to do. Give you kind of a preface, and then your name is your buzzer. So, Kelly, when you know the answer, holler Kelly. Sunny, likewise, right? Don't holler Kelly, but holler Sunny.
So are these movies? Or
Well,
what?
no, it's pretty simple, and it's going to be self-explanatory, but they all have to do with the holidays. So, for instance, and this is just a sample question, if I was to say something you don't want to get for Christmas that starts with the letter C.
Kelly.
Kelly. Kelly, it would be what?
Cool.
Coal is right. That's absolutely right. So that's the practice question because Sunny clearly didn't understand it. She said not Sunny. She just said cotton candy.
Yeah.
So you were wrong on both ways. So again, to answer Sunny, you must say your name. Your name is your buzzer. And then give us the most favorable answer. All right. So here's how we're going to work. Question number 1, and it's the race to 3 to win all of this fantastic holiday swag. Question number 1. Ladies, it's Christmas. It's hung. And it starts with the letter S.
Kelly.
Kelly.
Stocking.
Stockings. Nice job. Yeah, well done. Whoops. Cut that off. All right. Question number 2. So Kelly's up 1-0. Sonny, pull your game together.
Okay.
It's something most people hate about Christmas that starts with the letter F.
Kelly.
Kelly.
Family.
Kelly. It's what?
Family.
Family.
Why would you say family?
Not the most
That's
favorable
awful.
thing. Sonny, do you want to try and answer it? It's something that most people hate about Christmas, and it starts with the letter F.
Friends.
Jeez, you guys, no, fruitcake, guys. People love their family and friends.
I would
they hate
never
the-
have thought fruitcake.
All right, nobody gets a point for that one. All right, Kelly, Sonny. Something you would find in the North Pole that begins with the letter E.
Kelly. Elf.
Elf, yeah. All right. Sonny, it's do or die right here. Kelly, this is FTW for the win. It's a name that works for strippers and reindeer. Starts with V.
Kelly. Sunny.
Vixen is right. She ran the table. Oh, my God. Kelly.
Very impressed.
Congratulations. Some of the other questions I had lined up, see if you guys could have got it. It's something South Floridians enjoy while sitting by their Christmas tree that starts with the letter C. Sonny, what were you going to say?
Coco.
Cocaine was actually the answer. No, Coco is right. And then the last one I had lined up for you guys, if it had to go to sudden death, it's a way to describe many dads on Christmas Eve, and it starts with the letter D. Sunny.
Drunk,
right? All right, hey, both you guys, I appreciate you being on the show. Sit tight. I'm going to make sure you both get loaded down with some sweet holiday swag, all right?
Listen to this. Okay, so he's holding a drink, of course.
Shocker.
In one hand, and then he uses his non-dominant hand to chip a shot, a hole in one. Check this out.
Go in. Go in. Go in.
He's standing on the side of the green
Oh, my God.
with a drink in one hand, and he chips in.
The amount of men that surrounded him and like wanted to hang out with him was very surprising to me. Given his background, I was like, the last time I heard anything about him, I was watching his ex-wife on Dr. Phil, and he took a pile of her clothes out of her closet because she just made him upset one day, and he peed all over it.
John Daly.
Yeah, it was gross.
Is about the biggest cigar smoking, whiskey drinking, golf playing man's man.
Yes.
That is out there. This guy, and I'm telling you, people want to be around him because there's always a scene.
Okay, so that's what I was going to talk about. Is there somebody that you would hang out with? It would be too much to hang out with them all the time.
I couldn't compete.
But you just want to maybe spend a day with somebody that is so outrageous and would show you a good time, but your body and mind can't keep up with that. Like, nobody can live the John Daly lifestyle.
Ron White.
I knew you're going to... I equate John Daly to Ron White.
Ron White is my guy. Like, I could only hang for a day. Now, did you know he's off the sauce?
So that's what I was going to say. I think he's older now and more tame. I feel like, wouldn't Bert Kreischer run you into the floor?
Bert Kreischer and I would be in prison.
Yeah. He looks like a good time.
Right.
So I would say, I'd say Cardi B. I feel like I could only maybe handle her for a day and then I could go back to my life. But she seems like so crazy and fun.
She'd be a good time.
Should be a really good time.
So when you heard about this, who would be the one like celebrity you think you could hang for a day with, but beyond that you'd be exhausted or in prison?
Too much.
Good question.
So I'm going with Cardi B. You're going with Ron White.
You know, I'm going to go back to Bert Kreischer now because knowing that Ron is on the wagon. Was it on the wagon or off the wagon?
He's back on the wagon.
He's not drinking.
Right.
I'm going to go with Bert Kreischer then. Because you know that guy's doing about 4 lines a day.
Yeah.
And
he is not.
You don't think
he's a vegan now, and he does spin class and yoga every day. You need to follow him on social media. He's so funny. He really does take care of his body, except for when he's on stage. You know how he rips his shirt off and does this whole stand-up with his big belly out? But he takes shots of Jack Daniels up on stage. Like, who can keep up with that?
So who's the celebrity that you want to hang with for a day, but you're convinced you can only keep up with for a day? Dominique, how are you?
I'm great.
Super terrific. Thanks for asking. So we were talking about like John Daly, and he's got this trick shot that he was drinking an actual drink on the golf course, and he was near the green, and he chipped it in with one hand. So it made us start thinking, so who's the celebrity you would want to try and hang for a day, but after a day, you completely couldn't hang anymore? Kat's going Cardi B. I'm going to go Bert Kreischer. The celebrity you want to hang with for a day, but you fear you're in prison or dead after a day is who?
I feel like I want to hang out with Lizzo, but she looks like she's just a good time. She plays the flute. I played a lot of instruments, and I was just like, she looks like her outfits are always one up each other. Like, I just feel like she'll be a good time.
Dominique, can you paint with your butt cheeks?
I'm not that talented. I'm not.
But you could learn.
She can teach me, but I feel like my spouse would be like, all right, enough for her. You had fun.
Yeah, I'd get a day out of that too, and I think beyond that, you're liable to end up in rehab or jail.
Yeah, she looks like she lives one heck of a life.
I feel like there'll be an outfit where my son will be like, Mom, what is this? It was back in the 2020s. Don't ask.
What movie, Kat, is she in with Jennifer? What was I thinking of? Jennifer Lopez, where she's a stripper. Hustlers? Is that what it is?
Hustlers, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Hustlers, Dominique?
I haven't. I want to see that, though. I have it on my watch list.
You know, when you watch a movie and you're like, it's like when you watch Bar Rescue, you're like, I could own a bar. I watched that. I was like, I could be a stripper.
Nope.
I just need a little bit more confidence.
I'm like, yeah. I watched Coyote Ugly once when I was younger, and I was like, I can so easily do that. That's so easy.
I am one good wax away from making a good amount of money.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.